All right, so we got a GE microwave. Now this is a microwave that has the oven. It's a combo. So to service this unit, you will need to be able to remove it. Now you're gonna have screws at the bottom, so you're gonna have to open the bottom door, and it's best to remove the door as well. And you do have 4 screws, 2 at the bottom, and I think 2 up top as well that holds it in. Now you don't need to have all 4. I think they overkill. It's not going anywhere, but providing you have the 2 and 2 up top, that's plenty. Anyways, but you can put them all back in, but just letting you know, you don't have to have all those screws in there. So we're removing the screws, and shortly. Now, if you don't have an extra hand or something to remove the oven, it's going to be kind of difficult for you to do this repair. Maybe you can get milk crates. And sometimes if the height is good, you're able to actually slide it out, be mindful. But make sure if you slide it out, make sure that it's higher so that you're able to slide it back in. So the last one of these screw that was installed, I think the builder or whoever installed the oven messed it up, and it was quite difficult actually, but I got it out. I was able to use a square to remove it. Now we're going to be taking the door off, and you have those tabs. You just slide them up, and then you lift the door, hold it good. You don't want it to slip, and then it lifts right out as you lift up. Pretty straightforward. That is the square bit. So if you do run into that, you know what to use. They also have a bolt or screw extractor, which works great as well. In this case, the hole was pretty shallow and I wasn't able to use that. Now, don't use an impact to remove that. You want to make sure you go slow and easy to get it out. Otherwise, you can end up stripping it. Now, we're going to be removing this, and make sure you have something, again, to secure the unit. What I'm using here is called an all dolly, and it's what we use when we work on wall ovens. I also have a lift table, which I've used on repairs or installations. So they both work fine. The lift table is definitely, I would say, better. It gives you more flexibility. But the all dolly, it's easier to transport and it works just fine. Now, the issue with this unit obviously wasn't heating, and I wanted to check everything. A lot of times you can just concentrate on the high voltage side, but now I'm showing here we're going to be removing the entire cover, but I didn't yet. So this actually was a second visit repair. So you will actually see when the unit was back in and I actually took it out. Now I was marking some screws. So if you're going to be removing, mark your screws, put them in a bag, and mark left side, top, right side, back, so that you know exactly where everything goes when it goes back, when it's time to put it back together. So first thing we're doing is we're going to be checking the Magnetron, which is that thing right there, and he tested bad. That's pretty high. I'd like to see, less than 1, around 0.6. And then you want to check to make sure that the terminals are not grounded, but it doesn't matter. If one portion is bad, the entire unit is bad. Now, whenever I have a bad magnetron, I always change the diode, and I also change the capacitor. In this case, the transformer was also bad, and that was the low voltage side on the transformer. Now I'm using insulated pliers, needle nose, and the capacitor was discharged because the diode is working, but you still want to be super careful whenever you're dealing with anything high voltage. Always assume that it is live, because it can make you unalive. It's not even a joke. So we're going to be removing the magnetron. Now, when you do, make sure you change and reinstall the thermostat, which is on the side of it. That needs to be reinstalled. And just be mindful that you don't drop any small screws, and check the magnetron as well. It has a powerful magnet, and a lot of times you'll end up with screws touching or being attached to the side of the magnet. So be mindful of that. Now guys, I know you know this, so make sure the unit is totally unplugged, or in this case, the breaker is turned off. Now we're checking door switches, and just wanted to verify everything is functioning. And you're checking for continuity, and normally depending on the door switch or the door that you're on, you will have continuity with the door open, and when the door is closed, off. All right, so just be mindful of that. But either way, you should get continuity either open or close. If when you're checking one of those switches and you're getting continuity all the time, the switch is bad. And it's best to remove connectors as you check the switches, because the left door and the right door sometimes can give you a false reading. Well, the left switch and the right switch, if they're not isolated. And if you're just checking door switches and whatnot, you do have a little window, one screw, and that's it. But since I'm going to be checking the board, I do need to remove the cover. Now this was the second visit, guys. The transformer I did not have, so when it was ordered, and this was my second visit, again you can see the unit being extracted. And now I'm going to check the relay or relays on the board. So what I'm doing right now with the magnet is closing the contacts on the relay, sending a signal. That means it's good. And another one. And they're both good. So you want to rule everything out while you're there. Nothing is worse than you put a unit together, slide it back in, and something is not right. Now we have the transformer here, and we're going to check voltage coming from the board, going to the transformer, low voltage. That tells you your board is good. In fact, tell you your switches are good, all that is functioning. Alright, we're getting voltage, 120 volts. As you can see, the second visit is for the high voltage transformer. Now I am removing the connectors from the high voltage capacitor, and I am using a needle nose pliers, which is insulated as well. So you want to rule always on the side of caution whenever you're working on anything that has the potential to be lethal. Now don't get me wrong, everything is pretty insulated well, but safety is first. So now we're going to be removing the transformer. Make sure you get all your wires in the proper alignment so that when it's time you just slide it in. Everything goes on nice and smooth. Make sure you have a good magnetic screwdriver just in case you don't drop any screws. And make sure your screws are nice and tight. Take pictures just in case if you forget how to put it back together. Always take pictures so you know where everything goes so you don't make mistakes. All right, so we got success. She's heating. So we're pretty much done. We're gonna be wrapping this one up. Just gotta put the cover back on. All right, guys, so once you have the cover on, you wanna pay attention. You have all your screws, make sure they all line up. And that one holds on a bracket, so I'm gonna pull him out. He needs to come out. That holds the bracket. Now, all these holes line up, so you wanna slide down between, there's 2 gaps. It's the first gap. See it? And that's where it's gonna go, in between. All right, not over there. All right, so we do have to remove that screw on the other side and then reattach. So guys, those were the bags with all the screws, because that was the second visit and I wanted to make sure all my screws were in the proper location and where they go. And you can also take pictures of each screw, or not each, but each section, just to make sure that you have all the right screws and so that they go back exactly where they go. And put all your trim and everything back. The lower trim, best to remove it so you don't damage it as you remove the unit. And make sure you secure the unit with the screws. You should have your screws, make sure they're in the proper hole, meaning when you slide the unit back in, make sure the holes are lined up. And whenever you install, make sure you push on the edge. Never push the door. You can damage the glass. All right, we're looking good. So we're going to be wrapping this up, guys. Thanks for watching. And I appreciate the subscribing. And any questions, feel free to ask.